Plaintiff John Hughes says he started dating the defendant after they met at work, and they eventually moved in together. John claims he broke up with the defendant because she was verbally abusive, and in turn, she filed a false restraining order against John, claiming he threatened to kill her. He's suing his ex for unpaid loans and emotional distress. Defendant Patricia Rowan says she initially had John removed from their home in handcuffs after he laid in bed drunk for 3 days straight. Patricia's countersuing for rent, damaged property, and emotional distress because she insists John threatened her.
Start with you.
In February of '07, Patricia and I started working together. We soon developed a relationship. We worked a lot of long hours, and we eventually moved in together.
Most people say we dated for a while and then moved in. You said we worked long hours and then moved in. Is that because maybe during the breaks?
Well, we dated for quite some time.
During the breaks at work?
No.
Okay.
We worked all the time
Because you
together.
said that instead of saying we dated a long time, you said we worked long hours and then we moved in.
Okay.
All right.
We worked
So
a lot of long
dated.
hours. We dated. We dated.
Right.
Soon developed a
But
relationship.
if you work long hours, how could you date? I'm back to this job thing. You all sure you wasn't doing anything on... See, she has that look. Y'all was doing something on that job. Go ahead. Go ahead. All right, you moved in with each other.
Right,
and then
right.
what?
I soon realized it was a pretty big mistake.
Why?
Well, she's argumentative. She nags a lot. If I have one beer, she overreacts. Because in the past, she was seriously injured by a drunk driver. That's a big factor.
Yeah. Did that cause the breakup, all those things?
Yeah, a lot of it. She bickers back and forth with her son. They yell
So how
across
did
the
it
room.
break? You left, she left?
I moved out in November of last year.
Okay.
Of last year. And she filed a restraining order on me.
What did she allege?
She alleged that I'm a drug addict, that I was going to hunt her down and kill her, and that I threatened her that she won't know where and when I'm going to get her.
Okay, what was
Which isn't true.
All right, that was a temporary restraining order first.
Right.
That's what you typically do, and then you have a full hearing.
Yes.
What was determined at the hearing?
I had to go do substance abuse counseling.
Okay, so they believed her.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
they did.
Excuse me, Your Honor?
Yes.
He admitted to it, and he
Okay.
also has to go for mental, and we have to go back next month.
Okay.
But he admitted to it, and they gave me the restraining order. It was over in like 3 minutes.
All right, he agrees they gave it to him. Now, why don't you give me some background on the case up until the breakup?
We were working together. He got a promotion from part-time to full-time. We dated, I guess, maybe 6, 8 months. We decided that he should move in with me. His lease was coming up where he was renting. Soon as he moved in, he got a job, I guess, about a month later. He started drinking. February of '08, I had to call the Gainesville Police Department. He was in bed for like 3 days, just drunk. They took him away in handcuffs. They brought him to the Meridian Behavioral Center. He was there for 3 days. I have the police report here.
I'll see. Sir, with all this, how did she cause you emotional distress?
Because of this restraining order, it's caused me a lot of problems.
But you were guilty.
It's
You were found liable.
But this isn't true. I never threatened her like that.
All right, so the total amount of money, once again...
Well, I loaned her $5,000. I have a copy of 2 checks that she paid me back, one for $1,000, one for $1,500. I also have an email here saying that she's going to pay me the balance up to the $5,000.
Okay, ma'am, is this true?
When I got the $5,000, the agreement was $100 a week he would take out of our joint account, and then after the incident with the police coming to the house, we took him back into the house. Yes, a mistake, but we let him move back in after he came out of Meridian, and then it became, don't worry about the money. Those checks I
So
gave
did you
him,
ever tell her not to worry about it?
I don't believe so, no.
You don't believe that? You should say very affirmatively, but you're saying it as if there's a chance there that did happen. She's saying it very affirmatively. So I'm gonna have to go with her and believe that you waived this debt. And it makes sense if you move back in with the woman after having been found liable for these domestic violence issues, it makes sense that you would say, okay, baby, let me move back in there. I promise I'm gonna change. And that money you owe me, don't worry about that. That's all, man. No. So your counterclaim, ma'am, for $5,000 for rent, damaged property, and emotional distress.
When he first moved in, we had an agreement. I owned my home. I had it built a year before he moved in. I have no mortgage. When you split the bills in half, they roughly came to $360 for him and $360 for me, and that seemed fair. He's saying
What months do you allege he failed to pay?
April, May, June, July, August, September, October. He moved out.
April through October
Right.
of what year again?
08.
All right. Sir, did you fail to pay April through October's rent?
No.
Why don't you think you owe? You believe you paid those months?
Yes,
Do you
yes.
have any evidence?
No.
You always paid cash?
Yes.
Did he pay you cash every month?
No, it was a check.
That's not true. You never paid her by check.
Yes, I did.
You just told me you always paid in cash, sir. You have any evidence you want to present to me?
She also stole $5,000 out of my safe. I left for a week. I had $5,000 in my safe. When I came back, the safe was empty. She deposited $3,500 in our account, but I don't know what happened to the other $1,500.
Did you deposit $3,500 of the money?
Actually, I deposited $4,500. I have the statement that shows it. He left for a week.
Let's see it. What week was this approximately, the month
It's
and
right
year?
here, September 10th. The reason
I'm asking him. I wanted him to be able to tell me so I could possibly contradict it. But of course he's
I'm sorry.
going to say it was none of these dates. What date do you allege she deposited some of the money?
September 13th of 08. I don't know what happened to the other $1,500.
Ma'am?
Okay. Under the $3,500, there's another two $500s. The only reason why I put the money into
Where? You circle that. How long after that did you make the deposit?
probably the next day.
Okay, so it should have
From
been
all the bounced
It
checks.
should have been reflected there. Ma'am, this goes up all the way through September
I'm
the
sorry,
19th.
October. I apologize.
Yeah, I can't accept your defense, ma'am. This is nearly a month later, the two deposits of $500. Sir, I'm going to grant you $1,500 for your judgment. That is based on the amount that I believe she failed to deposit when she removed $5,000. The emotional distress, as we've discussed, you're not going to receive. And the loan, sir. She said, when she allowed you to come back, you said, don't worry about the loans. And I believe that. Therefore, I'm not going to grant you that judgment. With regard to the rent, sir, you contradicted yourself. I asked how you paid. You said in cash. I said, have you always paid in cash? You said yes. When she then said that you paid by check, I said, did you ever pay by check? And you said yes. So you contradicted yourself, so I must believe her with regard to the rent. Damaged property, what's that, ma'am? Very quickly.
Dining room table, he was drunk and dragged
Let
it
me see
across
that,
the
please.
dining room and broke the leg
Sir?
off of it.
I was cleaning the house, and I moved the table, and the leg broke, and I fixed it.
No, my son sent a statement because he fixed it.
You're a big liar. I'm looking right at it, sir. I should dismiss all your claims for perjury, but I'll grant you your $1,500 because you're a liar and she's a thief. So you didn't put the man money. You didn't put all his money back in there, man. That's the definition. I'm sorry. I got to call him as I see him. $1,500 for the plaintiff. She failed to deposit all of that $5,000, and I'll grant you your rent money. I'll grant you your damaged property, and I'll grant your emotional distress based on him being found liable for domestic violence. $5,000 for the defendant and her counterclaim, $1,500 for the plaintiff, leaving the defendant with $3,500. Have a good day.